Alright, to give you an overview of the entire process of this budget program, I've put together this flow chart and I've also color coordinated the boxes to match the tab colors on the budget. So you can go back and compare this video with the budget program, and hopefully this will give you a high level picture of what's going on to hopefully help you understand it better. Right here in the center, the envelopes tab is the heart and soul of this program. The envelope, it's an envelope budgeting philosophy, and what the envelopes tab really is it's comprised of your entire checking account. This is Huntington Bank account, but it's whatever your checking account in most cases, and within your checking account you have set up specific envelopes within it. So every penny in your bank account is accounted for by one of these envelopes, and that's why in that envelopes tab, that having that difference equals 0 is so important, because every penny of your checking account is accounted for. And so this all ties into, this is your envelopes tab, is the breaking down of your money from your checking account into specific envelopes. And from there, money comes in and money goes out. Money goes out by clicking the envelope name and going through that enter transaction process. And by doing so, it saves it in that history tab. Money comes in by that payday process that we just covered, and in order for that payday process to work, it needs to know how you intend to break down your paycheck, and it does that through the first two videos, where the setup tab, determining what your income is, how you want to handle tithe, and how often you're paid, and that breaks down, and that feeds your primary income into your primary budget, your secondary income into your secondary budget, and that all comes together into your overall budget tab. And so that's how Payday knows how to break your paycheck up. So hopefully this is a good high-level view of the entire process. Again, this envelopes tab is the central component of this budgeting process. So if I open the budget back up here, this envelopes tab, money coming in, money going out, this tab is where you'll do 90% of your work. You'll be coming in here and updating your envelopes by taking money out by clicking the envelope name, or you'll be adding money to the envelopes by going to the payday tab and entering in your paycheck. And that's really it. Some of the benefits for doing a envelope-based system is, this is a real-time inventory, a real-time check of how much money you have in each of those categories. So if I wanted to open up my budget, or if I wanted to go to the store and get a new shirt or something, right? I'd open up my budget program and I would see, okay, how much do I have in clothes? I have $29.62. Is that enough for me to go? If I would just open up and look at my bank account, I would see, $12,000. Like, wow, I surely I have enough money to go get, whatever I want. But when you sit down and you really think about how that money is broken into all of the things that you have expenses for, you really may not have as much as you think. Some people think that by sitting down and doing a budget that you're going to, begin constricting yourself, or you're going to start feeling tight. Really, in my experience, when you budget properly and have money going to every envelope that it needs to go to, it really is a liberating experience, and you feel more freedom, because you don't have to worry about bills that are coming in. You don't have to worry about that surprise that surprise bill of your car insurance that only comes twice a year, and it's it's a big payment. You're like, oh, now what are we gonna do? Guess we can't. We're gonna be eating ramen noodles all month because we weren't expecting this big bill. So what this does is it allows you to really think through and save for the things that need to be saved for. The like the car insurance example, that envelope is going to keep building up and building up every time I do a payday until that payment is actually due, and I'm going to have enough money into it. If I look at my actual budget, I'm going to click the show budget. This is going to bring back the 3 budget tabs. If I look at the car insurance where it says $1,000, so let's say I have a $500 bill twice a year. $500, that's a lot of money. But if I break it down to each paycheck, if I'm getting paid weekly, I'm setting aside $19.23 every paycheck every week, and that's it's going to keep adding together. And that's going to cover me. I'm going to have that $500 at the halfway point, and I'm going to have $1,000 at the end of the year to pay that bill. And it's not going to be this this traumatic thing where we're going to have to make drastic decisions on cutting something because we have this big bill that we didn't expect. So really, the budget process can be used to really give you a peace of mind, but most importantly, it allows open communication lines, especially if you're married, between you and your spouse. It can really help you sit down together and plan for the future and discuss priorities. What's important to you may not be important to your spouse. So sitting down like this and determining how we want to divide up our money, to how we want to budget our money, or how we want to move. Like in this current example, there's $9,000 sitting in a hunting fund, and $6 in vacation. That might not fly with my wife. Maybe it'd be a little bit different if I knew an upcoming vacation was important to her. I would be able to say, $9,000, that's way too much for hunting. We don't need that. We can move some of that money to vacation. So instead of me going out and spending a ton of money on hunting, we can have that conversation and work together with our finances and let our finances be a tool to help bring us closer together as husband and wife, and not drive a wedge between us because we don't know where our money's going, or we have that discussion. Well, how much did you spend on that? Why did you spend money on that? That's not an issue between us because we know where our money's going. We know how we've divided it, and we know the plan that we're on. We're able to look and see how much we're saving a year for our goals, and so I encourage you to take advantage. If not this budget program, it's not going to hurt my feelings, but find something that works well for you and your family, because it is something that is a powerful tool, and we all need it. So I want to encourage all of you to ask questions. If anything in any of these videos don't make sense, feel free to email me or call me, or post a comment, and I will do my best to answer it on here. And but if not, we'll be praying for you and this budget program so that it can be as beneficial to you as it was for us. And good luck.